Hey, what's going on? It is your favorite
content creator,
bald head beanie boy Blackout. Tattoos. As you guys know, I am almost covered in them. I have about 19 tattoos in total, and if I were to do some rocket science, I think I have about 24 and a quarter hours underneath the needle. Now, tattoos are starting to become more of a social norm, actually. A lot of people are getting their bodies tattooed, and some even make the poor decision of getting their face tattooed. Exhibit A. Don't worry, these are all jokes. I think we can all agree back in the day that if someone got a tattoo, it was a sign of rebellion and unlawful citizenship, and you were a Satanist, and just a bunch of other obscure remarks that really don't hold any weight to today. So while recording 2 other videos that had really no connotation to the video that I'm talking about today, I thought to myself, who do I like watching that has tattoos? And who would be willing to let me talk about them? After signing a lot of NDAs and paying off a lot of attorneys saying that this was completely satire, I was able to find a handful of people that I enjoy watching on Twitch that would let me talk about their tattoos. And some of them I would not want to f with in real life. You'll see why. So without further ado, let's go ahead and
see who's checked into the Church of Satan.
So the first one is my boy Hazardous GC. So by looking at the photo, you're probably saying, oh, this guy's happy as hell. This guy's a happy, gentle giant. There's no way he can do harm. But the truth may be more disturbing than what you think.
Look at the evil sorcery on this man's arms.
No, this is one of the people that I said I would never go toe-to-toe with in real life because it looks like he could me straight into the dirt with one spike. I swear to God, I'm scared of this man. Because, I mean, look at the size of those biceps. My God, they are the size of Boeing 747s. These things are massive. And don't let that cute little fox up there discourage you from the sheer fact that this man is an absolute unit and there's nothing but adrenaline and beef running through this man's veins 24/7. But no, in all seriousness though, he does these streams every Thursday called Tank Top Thursdays. I've actually been to a lot of his streams and they're actually really hype. Every 10 subs, he does a workout party, and they're actually something to really admire and really watch. The tribal on his arms really do fit him, and for me personally, I'm not a big fan of tribal, but for his physique and his sort of character, it fits him so well. And I'm not really too sure what's going on with his right arm, but it looks like there's some sort of furry beast.
While editing, I realized that it was a Resident Evil tattoo. Please forgive my ignorance.
Overall, just amazing artwork from his artist, and at the end of the month he's actually getting his whole neck blasted, so I highly recommend that you guys go check him out. He's a really high energy streamer and just an amazing guy to talk to. Very sincere, very wholesome. So this next guy that I'm about to feature, I've known him for about 2 years, and same with everyone else coming up after this, except my twin brother. I've known him for about 2 years, but if there's one word that I can describe this man, it is spooky. Very, very spooky. Look at this man right here. This man can honestly pass as Aquaman's stunt double. Them eyes, look at that hair. God blessed us with a gift, and unfortunately, he's Irish. But in all seriousness though, I have seen his sleeve. The amount of work and detail and gradients and shading that comes from this whole sleeve is something to actually admire. This is absolutely beautiful work, especially the dot pattern shading down here that kind of ties the whole sleeve together. Absolutely beautiful. Go check him out. He streams a lot of Dead by Daylight and watches spooky videos all the time, so if that is right up your alley, make sure you go drop him a follow and tell him that Blackout sent you. So another person that I'm about to showcase in this video, I will refer to him as the Ahigo Hotness himself, the man that loves his ramen a little bit too much. Attitude Park. So I did have about like 5 different pictures of his tattoos before my computer randomly decided to delete the 3rd one. This is why I'm going to become a like Mac OS user, I swear to God. I will say this before I begin though. He kind of looks like something that would happen if you fed a gremlin past midnight. That's all I'm gonna say. Now with this Blink 182 tattoo, God, this right here is just absolute great work. Just amazing work. This Dark Knight's death metal inspired tattoo, like I'm not a big DC fan. I think Marvel's a lot better, but this shading and the colors and how it pops, just and he is also a Dragon Ball Z fan. Moving on, I can already hear the amount of hate coming my way. Just, Blackout Dragon Ball Z is good. Whatever. Last but not least, it is my twin brother, the one that was cloned from me at a secret government laboratory for additional testing but broke out soon after. Redbeard Mortis. Now, I couldn't really find one tattoo that I wanted to talk about the most other than his hand tattoo that he got. And it is a rose with the suicide awareness ribbon inside of it. As we all know, mental health awareness is the biggest thing inside of the content creating community, and with me not dabbling too much on it, I do have to say that the American traditional style that his artist used to make this piece is absolutely amazing. It will continue to look good over time. American traditional, either it be grayscale like this or in color, it will stay amazing for the rest of its duration on the skin. I forgot he had this one. He also got the Jackass logo tattooed on him with the American flag, the Dixie cup or the sailor cap, and a gold tooth in the skull. So just amazing, amazing, amazing work done by his artist once again. Now you guys are probably going to be like, well, Blackout, if you're talking shit about all these other people's tattoos, why don't you show your own? Bet, fine, whatever. Why are you staring at me? You got a staring problem? Look away. Okay, now look back. Cool. So without doing a whole lot of like explaining and a whole lot of touring of my body, I do have my whole left arm pretty much covered. I mean, there's a few like small spots like this that still need some shader or tiny pieces, but that's really about it. And I kind of have to do some weird body posing, so just bear with me 1 second. And I don't know if the mic is going to be able to pick up my voice real good without the reverb making it sound like I'm in a small venue performing in front of an audience of one person. But as you can see, I do have more additional tattoos. I think one of my favorite ones that I still forget about that I have is this one up here. The piece is literally a casket with ribbon wrapped around it that says Return to Sender on it, and it's one of my favorite satire pieces on my whole body. So my whole right arm is still being finished. I still got to get shading and coloring done on it, but when it's done, oh buddy, it's going to look nice. As you guys can see, there's a shipwreck right there. We've got a nuclear explosion in the background. We've also got the palm tree that I got as my first tattoo when I first turned 18. Yeah, this palm tree was the same palm tree that my grandfather got on his arm while he was stationed in Panama City during World War II while he was in the Navy, and my father and my brother both have the same exact tattoo on the same exact arm to this day. So when I mentioned earlier in the video that tattoos had a really bad social standing growing up, and now it's become a social norm now, there's been many times where people have looked at me and thought that I've gotten out of prison, or I've been to jail, or I do illegal substances. And it's sad because all of the pieces on my body have a story. They have a meaning. Even if they may not have a meaning to you, they definitely have a story and a meaning that can be shared with others. The way I like to see it is that tattoos are kind of a conversation starter, and especially for the people that consider themselves a connoisseur of this sort of body modification, it can open up the doors for you to express yourself in a lot of great ways. Before you go, I want to know, what's your favorite tattoo? How many do you have? Do you have more than me? Do you have less than me? If you don't have a tattoo, what is going to be your first tattoo that you ever get? I'd love to hear any and all responses down in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to follow every single person that I featured in this video on Twitch, including myself. We're all loving people. We're all caring. We'd love to have you come by. And unless it's my stream, tell everyone that Blackout sent you. It'd mean a lot to me. And as always, I am your host, the jeweler himself, VVS Blackout, going dark. I will see all of you in the next one. Keep it brutal and keep each other safe. Until next time, later.